Fishing is one of those more relaxing side activities or professions in Once Human, which is actually essential to get your hands on one of the best food bonuses and weapon blueprints in the game. Well guys, it's your man 4am again, back with more Once Human, and today I'm gonna share my ultimate fishing guide with you with everything you want to know about it. From requirements and basics to always successfully catch fish, unlock bait recipes, fishing events and securing top tier snacks to cook yourself these powerful bonuses for both PvE and PvP. Be sure to watch till the end and not miss out on all the tips and tricks I'm gonna cover today. We're gonna catch some serious big fish, so let's get right to it. A quick thanks to every single one of you guys for recently joining the channel and sharing all the positive feedback and comments on my previous videos. If you enjoy the content, a like is very much appreciated, and of course, more questions or video suggestions are very welcome in the comments down below. Alright, so let's start off with the requirements. Things you want to pick up before you can start fishing. Obviously, you're going to need to craft yourself a fishing rod, which you can pick up at the supplies workbench for only a couple logs and 10 copper ingots. After you've done that, you want to search for one of these vendors with which you can interact to get your hands on all sorts of bait. Doughfish bait, the regular bait, we also have a bait formula if you want to craft it yourself, while there are more different ways how you can get your hands on bait. For example, with Frog the Leaper, a deviation which you can pick up in Iron River, specifically at the coordinates 6160 minus 3380. This little frog, after you've placed it inside your base, will slowly make universal bait for you, which can be used to catch all sorts of fish as it's irresistible for them. Anyways, back to the fishing docks. This, by the way, is, in my opinion, an amazing place to secure logging beavers to basically have an infinite amount of logs AFK producing inside your base. Let's quickly open up the map. This is one of my favorite fishing spots where we just picked it up. So, the fishing essentials. What you want to do is pick up that fishing rod, press left mouse or interact to basically deploy it. And right now, if we press R or of course change the bait, we can choose between the different ones which we've unlocked. Anyways, once you're ready for casting, what you want to do is press and hold that mouse button to cast the line. And now we just have to wait for the fish to bite. You don't want to click on anything until that happens. Then you want to click and hold the line and basically pull away from the fish. If you pull away, you can see that the bar to the top, and wow, we actually got our hands on a beautiful fish right here. Very nice bonuses for cooking. One of my absolute favorite ones, the lines which you see at the bottom left. So if you move away from the fish, you will see that the bar will slowly fill up to the right. If it's all the way to the right, you will hook the fish, while if it's all the way to the left, your fish will be gone. So it's pretty simple. If the fish swims to the left, you want to basically hold your camera and line to the right, while if it's swimming to the other side, you want to do otherwise as well. But then we also have that secondary bar, which basically determines when your line is going to break. This only happens if the battle or struggle takes too long, because it always slowly goes down. As you can see, this long-nosed fish was pretty easy to catch, so you saw that we still had like 3/4 of the bar left. While if it's a bigger fish, you might be struggling a little bit longer. So it's always important you finish this minigame as quick as possible, so just always pull the line away from the fish, which is going to help you to secure it super fast. When fishing, you can actually get your hands on an amazing deviation for your base. This one, you might have already heard about it, is called the Electric Eel, which pops up randomly with pretty much any type of bait you use. Let's quickly go to our inventory, Deviations. As you can see, this one works in the territory to provide power to generators. This especially handy for a base filled with defenses. Yesterday I decided to upgrade this one to make Star Crumb purification events a whole lot easier. I placed turrets all over the place. This one, for example, now is not functional because I'm simply lacking that. With that 20 watts, we can only power up 3 turrets because that's 18 watts in total. But look at this, guys. If we withdraw this specific deviation, scroll all the way down and deposit one of our electric eels, we now have a total of 4. And you see that it instantly hopped on top of this solar panel with normally 20. But if we walk closer to it, you can see that we now have 26, which means we can now power up 4 turrets at the base, which in my opinion makes it an essential deviation you want to pick up and assign to all your solar panels to maximize the efficiency of your base. You might be wondering, what is the best bait you can get your hands on in Once Human? Well, I'm gonna be honest, I've been using the green regular bait for a very long time and I simply never lose my catches. If you use the tips which I talked about earlier, it should be no problemo to catch pretty much anything you come across during your fishing adventures. Well, recently I discovered that the bait which you AFK generate inside your base with Frog the Leaper feels like this one can reel in fish even faster, which makes it even easier basically to complete the fishing game. And sometimes it can feel like forever before fish bites. From my experience, after like 10 to 15 seconds, they simply don't bite. In that case, also press escape, recast your line, and then it should only take a couple seconds before you get a new one. Voila, look at that. You also want to get your hands on as many northern pikes as possible, as these can be turned in for a special reward. And we've got another one, now a total of 6. So guys, let me show you what you can do with all the pikes you've caught, as obviously all the fish you have in your inventory will slowly spoil over time. Take out your motorcycle and make your way to the northwest. Specifically, you want to check out this place right here. 3,375-ish minus 1,170. This little fishing docks is similar to all the others. Right here you can also find Marjorie, but if you interact with her, this time the shop will have some extra baits. The regular formula bait, minced bait, spiced bait, and also ground bait. I don't know why I never purchased these, but apparently I really didn't need them. But this is where you can also pick up the Northern Pike Blueprint, a pretty nice melee weapon, while the blueprint for the Frozen Tipalia is even better. Amazing for melee purposes, especially PvP, as it allows you to slow, even stun your enemies. It's also important to know that in every biome, you will have a chance of encountering different type of fish. If you want to get your hands on these northern pikes as quick as possible to unlock that amazing blueprint, you definitely want to check out the docks at the Mayor's Market, because this, from my experience, seems to be the best place to pick up these type of fish. Seems like we've got number 9 on the line. Let's go! 1.8 kilograms. Wow, this is a big fella. And that, my friends, is number 10. Wow, an even bigger one compared to the previous catch. New blueprint unlocked. Let's go. After your fishing trip, it is very important you visit your fridge and store all the precious fish you caught inside, especially for the ones you come across during those Surge of Fish events, as this will make them last a lot longer. Normally, a fish will spoil after 24 hours, but when you put them inside, check it out, this will give them a total of almost 10 days. It's also very important you focus on catching specific fish during your adventures, as some of them come with much better bonuses, are more interesting to keep for cooking. For example, if we look at the pan-fried fish right here, we can click all the fish and cycle between all the different effects. The sea bass, which we caught earlier, can increase our firing speed by 10%, while we also have increased mining speed, logging speed. Well, in my opinion, one of the best fish to get your hands on is the angelfish, as it slightly increases your critical strike damage. While the pompanos can increase your weak spot damage, also very interesting for both PvE and PvP. Additionally, you also want to focus on getting your hands on specific memetic upgrades. For example, the kitchen set Gourmand will boost all the base effects of dishes by 30%, also increase their duration by 50% and reduce the crafting time by 50%, which can make all this even better. The pan-fried fish, also important, when you craft it, it will still decay over time and become spoiled 24 hours after acquisition. While if you make something like the canned seafood in oil, this one basically stays forever. So this critical strike damage bonus can be stored inside your base for whenever you need it during your adventures. I have a whole lot of different ones inside right here, which definitely makes it easier to have all the food on demand whenever you need it. Be sure to check out my guide in the top right of the screen as well, where I share even more essential material and cooking ingredient locations to maximize the stats of your character with various bonuses. open up your map from time to time and search for these party events with a search of fish. They will pop up all over the world. For example, we currently have one going on in the southern part of the area. You can always quick travel to them. Be sure to pick up the Logging Beavers, which spawn occasionally right here. But if we check out the rewards, well, this is where you can pick up white, lionhead, golden, and also jade-eyed kicklets. These are types of fish that only pop up during this event. So you want to catch as many of these as possible to pick up some nice trophy fish to display inside your base. Earlier, I stored 5 yellow kicklets inside my fridge, which I can now turn in for a large yellow kicklet and then display it in a fish tank inside my base, which I think look pretty cool. But let me show you guys a pretty neat trick how you can basically target farm these search of fish events. If you don't have one on the map, we currently have the dark side event, what you want to do is simply interact with a teleportation tower and switch the world. Then if we open up the map, you can see that this one right here comes with a cargo scramble. On 4, let's go. We've got another search of fish, actually at the exact same location which we've visited earlier. All right, let's go. We caught another large yellow kicklet. Would be great though to also catch like a large blue one or the lionheads, as this is already the 3rd one of this specific species. Oh, that's a big blue one right there. Ah, you got to be kidding me. I just had the big blue one on the line and then poof, the event is over. Especially for the trophy hunters out there, the bigger fish you come across can be displayed inside your base. Yesterday, I managed to catch this massive monster of a fish, which I then decided to place in one of my fish tanks. This specific blueprint can be unlocked in Building tab. If you scroll down a little bit after basic storage and gear storage, well, this is where you will find display facilities with also the fish tank. But guys, I am very curious what your biggest catch is so far. Let us know in the comments down below. Possibly also share it with a screenshot on our community Discord with thousands of members. I'd love to see your base decorations. Right now though, it's 4 AM out, so a big thanks for watching. Would be amazing if you can spare 1 second of your time, hit that like button, and share your thoughts, questions, or maybe even video suggestions in the comments down below. I'll check you guys in the next video or live stream. Have an amazing day. Take care. Peace.